Welcome back to the Anything Goes YouTube channel. I'm Ron, and today we're going to be doing some Instagram features. So a while ago I sent out something saying, hey, if you want your car to be featured on my channel, I'll throw it up there. Why not? I think there's a lot of interesting stuff happening on Instagram, and that's where I know I drew a lot of inspiration from. So I'll get to screen sharing here in a minute. But first, I just want to say, just thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I know a lot of you probably subscribed to see more work on the Impala, and as time goes on, I'll try to find more stuff to do, but I'm kind of reaching my limit with the car. I like the digital dash and other stuff like that was kind of stretching it, and I didn't really keep that in the car, but I do want to work more on it. But just so you know, I've also been looking at other cars. So for a while I was looking at like Chargers, Challengers, Mustangs, Camaros, muscle cars of course, and then also like hot hatches like a Ford Focus ST, because I want to get a manual, and do some fun stuff with that. A car with a lot of aftermarket support, so I can build it out and you guys can watch along, and that could be a lot of fun. Also save the sticks, save the manuals. So what we're going to do today is I did a live stream a couple weeks ago where some people tuned in. I think I had at most probably like 5 people tune in all at once. It was a lot of fun. Not a whole lot of people, but hey, I mean, 5 people is enough people to talk to keep a conversation going. So if you ever want to hop into a live stream like that and just kind of talk about whatever, I'll be live probably more often on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because right now I have a couple days off of work, and that's kind of how it lines up. So let's finally get into the video. Alright, so first up we have someone by the name of The Bowling Blake on Instagram. This is their 2012 Impala. Looks like an LT, and it's pretty clean. He did a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, or I did in the beginning. So he's got the same taillights. Honestly, black and red, it just goes together. He blacked out the emblem. A lot of people remove that, or just change it entirely like I did, but it looks pretty nice. Looks more stock, but like a clean stock. Dual exhaust, obviously didn't do that, but like that's pretty nice. I like the wheels. They kind of give me I don't know, like a more just modern production vibe. Looks pretty nice. I might be wrong with black, because that in that picture looks like a dark silver. I know they made those like that too. But yeah, and then he's got the LED headlights too. Not like the full ones, but the little line there. Those can look pretty nice too. And then looks like one of those like bullet grills, whatever they're called. Respectable. And then he's also got the I don't know what these are called, but I've seen them before. Doesn't look bad. Overall looks pretty good. I think this is my favorite shot here. So, all right. So, next up we have someone by the name of Un momento amigo. Someone by the name of JJ or JJJ44 on Instagram. I'm pretty sure he was one of the guys who tuned into the live stream. It looks like a red. It has the Impala emblem on the side, so I'm gonna say like before 2010 Impala, LTZ by the looks of it. Yeah, and he's done quite a bit to it. He has a video here too, so I'll play that. I think I had the same headlights at one point without the orange or the amber. Looks pretty nice. LTZs always look nice because their wheels are just thinner and they just look nicer. He's got the rain guards the rain guards, and then if we jump into the interior, he has some ambient lighting. It looks like they're like the sticky tape LEDs. Oh, and then we can scroll down. And then he has them in a different spot than where I put mine. I put mine like around here. He has them on the seats. Looks pretty nice. He chose red because, you know, red car. I made mine like the same color as all of the accessory lights just because I'm like that. Here's a picture of the rear. Blacked out taillights. And then there's some special sauce going on in the middle here. Which is like, I've seen this before. I've never really thought about it, but it's kind of cool. It says Impala. And then this is pretty cool here. I don't know how he did the emblem. Let's see if he said anything in his DM. It doesn't look like it. But yeah, that's cool. It looks like hydro dipping. Or a really clean like wrap. Hard to tell, but it looks nice. And then here's just another picture of the interior. Yeah, pretty clean. Looks like he's got the leather seats too. Always appreciate that. I don't know, a lot of people think leather is overrated in cars, but I personally think it makes them fancier because I've never had that luxury. Maybe I'll be wrong one day when I have leather seats in my car. I know they get kind of gross in the summer, but that is that car. It looks pretty nice overall, pretty clean. A little bit more than the other one, but still pretty subtle. But you know, touch of their own customization. The next few, I think, were some of the people that tuned into the live stream. Probably I'm going to switch views here to chatting so we can actually see their car because I was in the way. But yeah, this is going to be sfl.shadow. Pretty nice. I love these headlights. I think they look great. I think they make them for like the G8 too. Sometimes I see people driving around with those. 2013 Impala LTZ. Overall looks pretty clean. I remember in the live stream he was telling me about how he went to a parking garage and did a photo shoot. I think this is like the best shot. It looks pretty nice. Really clean. Like in the paint you can't see any kind of weirdness going on. That's a good sign, especially with like Impalas. They get pretty beaten up. They look nice when they're really clean, like, you know, mirror finish like that. So yeah, he took off the engine cover. I respect. I do that too. I mean, while more plastic is underneath plastic, I don't know. I just like to see an engine, even if it is a newer one. That's not like that pretty, to be honest. I don't think any of them are. He's got cold air intake. I respect. Yeah, just overall, just pretty clean. Not a whole lot going on with mods, but like really subtle stuff. There might be tint. Is there tint? I can't tell. All the pictures are really dark. Tint on an Impala does look good. So that is going to be sfl.shadow. Looks nice. I'm going to go back to chatting. Alright, so I think that's a wrap for everyone who submitted stuff to my DM on Instagram. My Instagram is Nitrous Impala. No spaces or anything, just Nitrous Impala. Yeah, I think everyone's car was pretty clean. I think the general aesthetic is also like subtle. Like, you know, do stuff to your car, make it your own, but I don't think anyone who submitted video has gone as crazy as some of the stuff I've saved. But still, you know, nice. These are kind of some of the Impalas that I've been following on Instagram that like inspired what I've been doing. I like a lot of these. I guess I'll just talk about some of the stuff I've saved, and then we'll wrap the video if you're interested. But these are some pretty cool cars. So we have a lot of people will put like the Monte Carlo lip on their Impala. It looks good because it's actually like, you know, GM made it. Same bumper and everything. The hood, the aftermarket hood you've probably seen on eBay. It looks great. This guy got a steering wheel from, what do you say? It's like Carbon Customs or something like that. Looks really cool. A lot of respect. I like it a lot. I've checked out their prices. They're not cheap. But I like it a lot. I would love to do that. Also, this guy, Curvy V, dude, he knows what he's doing on Instagram here. Like, look at that. That just looks great. What else? Oh, I didn't show that video. I'll have to show that video. I just like the color on that one. What else? Also, these rear tail lights. These are newer. Those look pretty good. These ones look pretty good too. Custom diffuser kind of dealio going on, and an exhaust tip that isn't rusted like mine. I like it. What else? What else have people done? Some custom lights going on with the headlights. I think a lot of the Impalas look really good when they're lowered like this. Also another like custom diffuser. What else? Oh, if you haven't seen it, the Twin Impala. There's a engine here and an engine here. That's why it's doing crazy burnouts. Yeah, there's another picture of the Twin Impala. That was a Motor Trend. Here's a wicker bill on this guy's Impala. It looks pretty nice. I was looking at these for a while. These look pretty sweet. But yeah, not a whole lot of people doing crazy stuff, but enough people to be kind of, you know, like, here's the goal. I think this is a Monte Carlo, but I mean, it looks sick. So that's going to have to be it for this video. Hopefully, if you didn't see yourself in the video, but you did send me a DM, let me know. I'll pin your comment or something. I don't know, I'll like your comment on the video. But yeah, that's gonna have to be it. I will see you hopefully next week, not next month. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and do all that stuff. See you next time.